Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. I've got hair in my mouth. Welcome everyone. I am a reporter and I report on reality television. I am a journalist or a reporter, whatever you want to call me. I know there's been a lot of chatter and a lot of chaos that surrounds me, and y'all, that's just the world of being a reporter. There's always going to be people that have opinions about my reporting and the topics that I cover. See, it's funny because I don't necessarily think of myself as a journalist. I don't really know what I consider myself. I've never thought of myself as a journalist. I'm definitely not a journalist. I'm not a traditional journalist. And probably one of the nastiest things that someone ever said to me was a woman that worked at a local newspaper in my town or in the Twin Cities. And she's like, you really don't believe you're a journalist, right? Because that's not what you're doing. And I also want to use my platform responsibly and be a role model and be an advocate and be the person that I am. And I'm a humanist. I love people. I love speaking out for the underdog. I advocate against domestic violence. There's been a lot of people from a lot of different places contacting me, reaching out to me, wanting their stories to be told. First and foremost, I just want to say something. I'm not an advocate. I'm not someone that is here to, advocate or, provide resources. I report stories. So while I hope to shed light on things, I'm definitely not the resource for providing that kind of stuff. But I do have lots of people in the comments that typically have resources, and I've provided a couple, but that's definitely not my main job. So I just want to put that disclaimer out. I'm just going to be reporting what's going on. All right, please, you guys, do me a favor and make sure that you give this video some thumbs up if you haven't already, so we can get those likes up. And if you guys have comments, questions, or concerns, make sure to use the super chat feature if you want me to check you out. Okay, Janelle Eason announced yesterday on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook that she had taken the steps to file for divorce from her husband of 2 years, David Eason. If you're living under a rock, you know that David Eason is an unpredictable man who violently murdered a dog named Nugget in late April of 2019, which resulted in Janelle losing her job at MTV, losing custody temporarily of her children, and losing sponsorships, having a failed makeup line launch, lots of stuff happening with Janelle that weren't good. For years, she's been involved in a very tumultuous relationship with David. He has a history of domestic violence with a previous restraining order. And Janelle has always had a history of going for guys that are bad boys without the best track record. She's lost everything. She's finally woken up and realized that with David, she can't actually have a career. Things have been bad lately. They've been fighting again. They were fighting for weeks. Despite things looking good on the surface, David actually went back to his bad behavior. He went back to himself with treating her poorly, treating the kids poorly, fighting, screaming, yelling. On the surface, Janelle was saying everything was fine, the kids were fine, everyone was safe, and yet it wasn't the case. And she had hoped that she would be able to weather the storm and move past it. She wanted to make her family work, but I guess she's out of cash. According to TMZ, she is so broke, she is desperate to get back on MTV. She needs money. Where she says, just kidding, nothing happened, and she's hiding in a closet. Yeah, we believe you, Janelle. Janelle's mom has even been very outspoken that there is not a very healthy relationship going on here. And I think we all know that. I think anyone that's been in a situation like this or in a relationship like this knows that when you're involved with someone that is like this, you will do whatever you can to pacify them, to make things go away, to cover for them. It's not a good place for her. It's not a good place for him. Who cares about him? But and I don't think she's a saint by any means. She's also a magical liar. She lies about everything. She was lying before she was with David. Let's not get into this idea that Janelle is somehow like the innocent victim here. But anyways, that all happens. And then of course, Janelle gets super angry on Twitter, and she is like, says, this was not what happened. My story will be published soon. These police are crooked. So that was her thing. And of course, she ends up like selling her story to Hollywood Gossip, a clickbait website, which she shares on her Instagram and on her Twitter. I will encourage you guys all that if you do not want to support her, please do not click on the links that she shares. She gets paid every time that you click. Please do not click. If she posts an article, go to the website, read it yourself. Don't give her the revenue. All right, you guys, there's 2,200 people in the chat and I only see 348 likes. We better get those likes up. You better get those likes up. You better get those likes up. We can easily get this to over 1,000 likes because of the amount of people of you in chat. So help get this video up in the likes because that helps the algorithm. So keep hitting the likes and see if you can get it to 1,000. That would be great. You guys are amazing. I would love to end this live stream with 1,000 likes. Janelle Eason was the one that reached out to me. And at one point in time, I tried to be nice to her because I felt bad because she was leaving David and I thought I could lend her an ear. However, in an Instagram live with some liquid courage, I can't imagine she would have done this without the liquid courage. I think she might have been drinking something, but I can't say. Either way, she called me out and talking about what a liar I am and what a psycho I am.
Sorry, dropped my phone. Had to get back on here and say, I have to call Katie Joy out. She wants the clout. Here's the clout. Her page is a bunch of false lies about everyone, not just me. I have a lot of 90 Day Fiance people actually messaging me right now trying to take her YouTube page down. Katie Joy is one person that I don't really respond to because she's so crazy. So I'm not going to respond to it. Stop messaging me and stop begging me to be your friend too. That's pretty pathetic. I haven't messaged you back. You sent me like 5 messages. You can stop now, but here's your clout. And Katie Joy, anything they post, they just do it for views, do it for money. And that's all I gotta say.
I uploaded a video last springish after she got back together with David because I was concerned about this decision because she told me a whole lot of stuff when I spoke to her back in November. As we continued to speak a little bit more, she started opening up to me. And I'm only bringing this all up because she seems to feel like she needs to call me out, so I'm just gonna drop it all here. So I said, how long have you been documenting this? And you can see I said off the record, but you know what? Sometimes off the record is going to go on the record, and I'm going on right now. And she said since 2017 or 2018, documenting all the things that he had done to her. You know, the thing about Janelle that I find interesting is she also told me that there was like 2 or 3 incidences throughout the time that they were together that he got physical with her. And I don't understand why she is in such a hurry to say that nothing happened. She clearly told me that, and I posted the rest of the screenshots on my Instagram where she actually says that he was physical with her, that her collarbone was broken because of him, and she might need surgery, and she was really angry about that. She talked a lot about, and I'll post them here so you can see them, but she talked a lot about just what he did, and he wasn't a good person. So my thing to her is that you can go up and say CPS had no right, but then you had the TRO, you told me this, so I just want to know, were you lying to me or are you lying now? Are the 29 911 calls false? Did he do something to Nugget? Are you denying now that he was doing things to Kaiser and he was harder on Kaiser because of what he looked like? Are you denying now that Jace wasn't afraid of David and was happier that you were gone? Are you denying now that, you know, he wasn't physical? This is the thing. You can't tell people one thing, take out court orders, and then expect the public to buy what you're selling. They're going to call you out. And you never take accountability. And I don't want to be your friend. And that's all I have to say about that. Not uncommon at all for the person who's being abused to defend the person that's abusing them. She's trying to navigate this so that she doesn't get Brian in trouble, so she can find a way out of this. And she's blaming herself. And she probably wanted to take blame because she was afraid that if he got in trouble, that would escalate things even more. I'm sure the passive thing that she would do is try to not get him angry and take blame for everything, because that's what you do. Like, well, I don't want to get him mad. And if you are dealing with it, there's so much shame. You do not have to stay in a situation like this. You don't have to be abused. If you stay, nobody's going to be angry with you. We know how hard it is to leave. We know that it can take like 10 times for a woman to leave. And we also know that the most dangerous time is when a woman leaves. So I want to make sure that I get people on to talk about this. For some reason, I'm not getting this video out. I don't know what is my notifications. Are they not going on? I'm trying to get this up, and this is not typical. Did I share it on Instagram? Oh, you guys. The like-dislike ratio has absolutely nothing to do with it, Ruby. That doesn't matter. All of my videos get tons of downvotes before we get started. It's totally normal. The people that don't like my channel, they'll come hit the dislike just for fun. It doesn't really matter to me. But let me see. I mean, these numbers, I'm concerned. I don't want to spend a lot of time. If we can't get any more people here, I might just cut this short and do it later. Do it instead of doing a live stream. Maybe we can do a video, or maybe I can just show you some clips. I'm waiting to see if more people show up. Not that many people left. I don't think. I'm always late for live streams. This is really bizarre though. I don't know. This is really bizarre. Okay. Well, we're 10 minutes into this video. It's so weird. How is everyone doing? It matters because I want to make sure that I have an engaged audience, and I want to make sure that the audience is all here. And if I'm having trouble with notifications and it doesn't get pushed out, then it will impact other people that might be wanting to see this on my channel. So it just ends up being I have to do, I'm trying to do what's best for everyone, not just me and them and you and all of that. So nice to have a place where people can understand what DV is. Yeah. I know that there's so many survivors that watch this channel, and I think that's fostered a lot of other people in this community to feel connected and they can share their stories. And, it's scary when you share your story because there's always people out there that don't believe you or will use your story against you. Oh, Janellis, you're so cute. Janellis, you are so adorable, Janellis. You are so jealous that you are fired from MTV. You can't handle that you don't have a job anymore. And you're literally going to just come for me and say that I'm chasing clout. No, honestly, I wish I never had to report on your ass ever again. But you literally cannot stop lying. You are such a liar. You lie about everything. You lie so much, I can't even see straight. And guess what? You're going to say, I'm trying to be your friend. Girl, I tried to help your ass when literally no one wanted to help you. When everyone told me you were a fucking liar, I did my best to reach out to you and be compassionate to you. Compassionate to you. I tried to help you. And then when I tried to explain to you that people were actually sending you false screenshots of things I didn't say and just wanted you to know that I still supported you and I would be there if you wanted to be back, I didn't message you after I dropped those messages on my YouTube. Once you went back to David, I was done. Once you went back to David, I was done trying to help you because you told me that he was abusing your kids. You told me that Jace was scared of him. You told me he did shit to Kaiser, and you told me he broke your collarbone. You told me he abused you. I tried to cozy up to her to use her for information. Ugh, the relationship goes two ways. She wanted me to report shit her way. That's how it works. She would tell me, you can put this out now. You can report this. I was honestly trying to help her. Who gives a shit and leave her alone? I'm obsessed. Nah, I'm not crying. I'm not crying at all. No, I'm not crying at all. But if you want to get see a freaking drag on YouTube, it's coming. Because, Janelle, you might have been cool on MTV, but you are literally fucking nothing anymore. And I don't need your ass for clout. I know. They're from January. I know. She's acting like I'm still trying to be her friend. Dude, it has been 9 months since I tried to reach out to your ass. Because you're a fucking liar. And I was only trying to help your ass. Trying so you understood that there was people that were sending you bullshit. I am so done with your ass. I posted all the shit you told me, Janelle. I can post our entire fucking conversation. Do you want everyone to see everything that you said? Do you want to see all the bullshit and all the fucking shit you're lying about? I am so done with your ass. I tried to help you. I offered you support when nobody would fucking talk to you. Nobody would talk to you. Nobody in the media likes you because you're a liar. I went out on a limb because I came from an abusive relationship too. And I wanted to help you because I know how hard it is to leave an abusive relationship. But you just double down and you constantly drag everyone else, and you are mad as fuck right now because nobody is buying what you're selling. Well, I can't post shit when I'm live, you guys. I'll post the receipts. I actually posted them on my YouTube channel months ago. There's an entire video about her. They're already up on my YouTube. They're literally up. They've been up there since January. Yeah, she's trying to start shit with us because her channel isn't that big. I'm not trying to be her friend. I haven't been trying to be her friend. Janelle, stop lying. You lie about everything. Well, I gotta go because my video that I'm putting up on YouTube is about to go live. So you guys better jump your asses over to YouTube right now and come into the live chat because we're gonna talk about this. And I'm going live right now. Come over. Bye. We have almost 3,000 people in chat, and I just noticed that there's only 470 likes. That's not acceptable, you guys. Make sure that you hit that like button. We need to talk about what's been going on with Janelle this weekend because I've been posting some things on Instagram, but I was like, you know what? I have some more information that I can share, and I always find it odd when someone wants to rewrite history and claim that something didn't happen or isn't the truth. Because here's what's going on. She, in October, at the end of October, said that she was going to leave David, and then she fled to Nashville and then subsequently requested a TRO. And in that TRO, she outlined 11 different instances of things that happened that made her feel like she and her children were not in a good situation, which included incidences that involved her son Kaiser and things that he did directly to her. This week, I'm sorry. Oh. Here's what she posted. I actually had to, read some stuff out to keep happy the YouTube bots. But here's what they said. No one has ever ABUSED my kids. No one has ever admitted to ABUSE. I'm sick of these comments. No one has ever ABUSed my children. And that's why the CPS case was dropped to begin with. If you notice, you guys always give me crap. You're always like, Katie, you never say those words, and you're always like spelling out certain words, and you don't curse, and you're super weird about in the chat. Like, you don't like cursing and certain words in the chat. That's because I'm trying to stay monetized. Are you like hearing what I'm hearing? Like,
we're only at 557, y'all. Get those likes going. 564. Keep going. Make sure once you hit the like button, put a thumbs up in the chat. Look at all those yellow thumbs up. Keep going. Show everyone. And also, if you haven't subscribed and you want to join in the chat, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget. Don't forget to subscribe and turn your notifications on. We love that.
And the chat this afternoon is available for subscribers only, and subscribers can join and start chatting within 5 minutes of hitting the subscribe button. I just want to make sure that we keep our chats really clean. Try not to trigger anyone in the chat, and use your words sparingly in terms of graphicness. I want to keep things happy here. So if you're going to talk about Gabby being gone, let's use other words than anything graphic that could trigger anyone. Everyone is coming into this story with very different places, so we want to keep things as calm as possible. See, this video is already demonetized. And a lot of people say, well, maybe creators should just demonetize or whatever. YouTube is a platform that literally exists for monetization. So if your video gets restricted, which this already is restricted, nobody's going to see it because YouTube doesn't promote content with a yellow icon. And if you don't monetize it, they don't promote it. They don't put it out. YouTube exists to promote, to make money, to add. So you have to get out. It has to be monetized. Otherwise, it doesn't get into the algorithm. You'll never see videos that aren't monetized unless it's like a hot topic that actually get a ton of views, because this is a platform to make money for YouTube. We're partners here. It's easier said than done to tell a creator not to monetize, because if you don't monetize, then nobody sees it. This video is already restricted, so nobody will see it. That's the sad part. YouTube restricts everything. So it's also not going to get into the algorithm. I can probably get this monetized if I remove the chat. So what I'll probably do is I'll remove the chat, and then we'll see what happens. The live chat typically can end up restricting the video. So you guys could have typed something that the bots were like, nah, we're just not going to allow this, you know? Well, I do have a Patreon. You can also support the channel by becoming a member. You can also give super chats.
Yeah, all right, we're at 655. We have 350 to go, y'all, and we have 2142 in chat.
When I was talking to her, I wanted to help her with the story. And I wanted to just, be fair and balanced, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt that someone who's going through something really struggling and doesn't have anyone to support or help her or sort of advocate, or even, because that's what I'm passionate about, is helping people that are like in situations where they're not in a good place, right? And helping them get their stories out. What I was reporting on was a story related to Amber Portwood. She's the one that is on a TV show that used her power and fame to intimidate, according to the court documents and audio, her boyfriend, and who, according to the court documents and audio, hit her boyfriend and threatened her boyfriend while he was with their son. So did I say I wasn't going to talk about her? Yep, I did. Did I lie at the time? Probably, but I didn't mean to lie. At the time, I meant it. Again, this is public interest. This is stuff that you guys want. This is what the sources are saying to me, and put this out there, you know, let people make their own decisions. Put it all out there, good, bad, ugly. So I released it, right? Because again, it's part of the court case. And people have been saying, well, why are you releasing this? Well, I personally was given it. This wasn't like, oh, why are you doing this? Any outlet that would have been receiving this information would have released it. Trust me. Everyone wanted this. Everyone wants this kind of stuff. Having this kind of audio and video is the kind of stuff that can make people blow up, make tons of money. You know, I could have made a ton of money. I didn't really make that much money. You know what I mean? Like, and I withheld like a couple videos, like very few actually. One where she's talking to the police after the fact, and then the next day where she was searching the house. The stuff that you guys really wanted was in that first video that I did for you, which had the audio of what happened. Everything after the fact, afterwards, didn't really matter. You know, it was talking to the police. It was this, it was that. The stuff that the public generally is very interested in is what actually happened. You know what I mean? Like, what did it sound like? What was this? What was that? And so that was released. And I think people would be naive to assume that if any media outlet got that they would pass on that. Trust me, they wouldn't. So I put it out again, knowing it would bring attention to me, knowing it might upset her, but I chose to do it. And I had the support of the people that sent it to me, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Well, then it got really hairy, and then there was all kinds of threats being made to me, and so I knew there was more, and I wasn't sure if it should be released, and so I reached out to another connection of mine, and I asked them if they could get me in touch with TMZ, and I contacted TMZ, and I said, hey, I have all this stuff, like, do you want it? And it was never like this conversation of like, she's gonna make money kind of thing. So what I did was I sent it to them saying, do you have interest in this? Because this is here. And they said, yes, we want this, because this was a huge story and people like visuals. People like to see what actually happened, right? And I said, okay, don't shoot me because I released what any other media outlet would have released. Trust me, they all want it. Everyone wants this kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that makes careers.
Only 100 likes left, you guys. We're at 905. Come on, we're almost there. Can we get to 1,000? We're so close. Myself, ooh, we're at 933. We're only 60 away. Who else is gonna go? 940. We're almost at 1,000 likes. We're 27 away. Can we get there? More lives, please. Well, okay, my question to you guys is, I love talking about the Duggars, but there are so many other things that we can talk about. Now, my concern is engagement. So a lot of you guys have asked for videos about Britney Spears, and then I make a Britney Spears video and no one watches them. So I like to cover the content, but if I have to put time and energy into something that people aren't gonna watch, then you have to start to think like, is it worth covering?
MTV, don't credit me, fine. Use my copyrighted audio that I own and put it on your channel, and don't credit the source, because I have the inconvenient truth that you don't want your fans to see. Lord, now you're trying to take cred for the audio. You have mighty big cojones. Who released it? Who released it? True Vixen, I'm just waiting. Tell me. Who released it? I'm sure you're one of those sock accounts in that group of that hates me. Who released it, True Avixa? Show me. The fact that when you're a media outlet, when you're a blogger, they should credit the source. It's just what you do. You credit where it comes from. Amber did not own that audio. It came from, Amber didn't have possession of that audio. So MTV did not get it. And even, yeah, exactly. Even TMZ credited me. I released it, and then I gave some of it to TMZ, who in turn credited my channel. And I was on TMZ, you guys. You can see my picture on TMZ.
Yes, we hit 1,000 likes. Yay! All right.
And I advocate a lot about domestic violence, so I hope you can see a pattern here.